Just after this weekend's games, what was your message to the team?
Stay with it. I mean, we had a really solid game Saturday that we didn't win in, that we thought we played really well and probably deserved a little better, but that doesn't make anybody feel any better, but it gives us a little bit of focus heading into the weekend. And, if we could play the same game and repeat, the consistency that we had in that game, we'll get our results. And I think that's the way we have to stay with it. I mean, we played well, just didn't score enough. Their team took advantage of a couple plays around the net. But all in all, our game was good. And, we're trying to get better each and every week. And same message, yesterday and through practice today, and it will be until we play the game on Friday. It's just keep focusing on, the little things that it's going to take to get us through this and get better as we progress.
How frustrating is it when, like you said, you have a good game, you see good pieces from your guys, and you're still not getting that result that you want?
I think it's harder on the players. I think as a coach, you understand what you're looking for and the progress that you want to see as a group and as a team. I thought individually our performances were outstanding. I thought the way we worked together as a group was outstanding. I thought even though some things happened in the game that could break a team, it didn't. We kept going. Even after they scored on the late power play goal, I thought the last 4 minutes of the game we went back after it, had our chances to potentially get even. So there were lots of good things from our end. The good thing is I think some of the older players feel that we're close. And obviously it hasn't been an easy start to our season schedule-wise on who we played. But with respect to our opponents, again, this weekend is going to be another big-time program, big-time team. So it doesn't get easier, but the journey is, and the approach is the fact that we got another opportunity to get on track and try to do that Friday night.
What are some areas of emphasis that you guys are working on as the week is just getting going?
Just in general, the big thing in the first 4 games is our power play and penalty kill have been differences in a negative way on the PK and a negative way on both power play and penalty kill. So we got to get better in those areas. That's one, but I think our 5-on-5 play has been really solid. Our coverage in D zone, with the exception of a few minutes at the end of the St. Cloud game, has been pretty solid. So there's been lots of things to build off of, but the special teams have to produce for us and win us games.
Down on the ice yesterday, it sounded like he's trying to keep everyone positive, keep everyone going, and even throughout between drills. How important is that your leaders are delivering that positive kind of reinforcement?
I will compliment those guys in a big way because they've been that way for the last year plus. And last year, everyone expected us to follow up the Big Ten season and championship season with a good year. Last year was a struggle, but the one thing you can say is that our team stayed together and battled through it and had guys that understood that part of the process is dealing with tough times. And if you can stick together through those, eventually you'll get out of it. And that's what I'm sure Dom and the rest of our captains are feeling.
Kind of like baseball, when you're not scoring runs, lineup, change around the lineup, same thing, I guess, with hockey. But how much do you tinker with it when you've only played 4 games,
A little bit. You saw some different lines yesterday in practice and today in practice. Whether or not we'll go with those in the game yet, we'll see. But I'd like to get, reps with different personnel, consistently during the season, because you're always going to have to make adjustments as the year goes along, whether it be injury, whether it be you're struggling to score goals. But the combinations on Saturday, they did what they were supposed to do. They created the chances. They didn't go in the net. Sometimes you have to pay a price and get through a couple games like that before they start going in. But I think if we can continue to play the way we did, I thought we did a really good job on a forecheck. It's going to be a smaller building, quicker. Things are going to happen faster in the building we're playing in this weekend. And we'll have to, this is the part that everyone will always say, you got to score ugly, whether it be playoffs or their team not scoring. You got to get more pucks than that to give yourself a chance on rebounds and screens and tips and bounces. You look at the 2 goals St. Cloud got. They threw 2 pucks in the net. They bounced their way, one batted out of the air, one bounced off their guy on the side of the net. If you put more pucks there and you're working hard and you deserve it, you'll get those breaks. And that's what we're going to have to put our mindset to.
Is it tricky balance sometimes? You want to see what different lines can do together, but you also probably want to give some guys some time together to see if they gel and can develop something. How do you I guess balance those kind of things?
Well, within games too, there's lots of different opportunities to mix lines, whether it be after power play, after penalty kill. So the practice part of it, guys need to play with everybody anyways, so I think that's been, consistent in pretty much every team. I don't think every team, even if you have lines, you don't practice the same way as you do every single game. So I think that helps in the long run, is guys getting an opportunity to play with different players. And so, the lines, like I said, that we played with on Saturday night played well. Every line played well. So, but you still can tinker with it a little bit, and then you'll have more flexibility once the game does start Friday and Saturday.
Do you see a point a couple of weeks down the road where you'll be able to give guys like, Newton, who you haven't seen in a full-on game, some timers? He's still a little bit of ways
Well,
away.
that's hard to say, because you never know, things happen fast, injury-wise, and different things happen during the season. Robbie's working hard. Robbie will be ready when Robbie gets his chance. That's what we got him for. We got him for a consistent, reliable, hardworking, dependable, depth player, and he's certainly had great showings in his limited, practice sessions and scrimmages and exhibition game. But he'll be ready. Same thing with Morrison. And Morrison did some good things for us last year, but right now, they're on the outside looking in from the standpoint. They're not in the lineup, but at some point they'll be needed, and I'm confident they'll be ready.
And Luke Lemaster has been someone that you've gone to a
Yeah.
couple of games so far, and he's obviously going back to Duluth. He's had a journey. You talk about journey. He's had a journey.
Yep.
2 ACLs and 18 months off the ice,
Yep.
and coming back from that.
It's a pretty impressive story, Luke Lemaster, and for everyone that doesn't know what happened, both his last 2 years of playing junior prior to him getting here, he was expected to play and play a lot of minutes and develop and grow into being ready for college hockey, and that opportunity was taken away from him because of the 2 injuries. And most kids would have been devastated, and you would have worried how they were going to handle it, and he handled it in a way which we thought was the right way. Character, didn't feel sorry for himself, went back to work, and because of that, we brought him in expecting him to bring us leadership, character, work ethic, somebody that's dealt with adversity like that. It's only going to help your team, and he's been everything that we've asked of him. He didn't play a lot his first year, didn't play a lot his second year really, but he stayed with it, worked hard in practice, did everything we asked him to do in the gym and off the ice, and he's a great teammate, great kid, a great person to have in your program, and I'm glad you brought him up, because lots of people don't know that story. He went 2 years without playing hockey in his prime development years before college, and he was coming in as a depth defenseman, and he's been everything that we've ever asked of him, he's given us. So thank you for bringing up Luke Lemaster.